Welcome to our second this is kind of like the beta phase for a Facebook Live show that we are going to be running regularly, hopefully, as long as we don't offend too many people on today's show, called Memberships Live. In which we cover all things membership site related. So, some weeks it'll just be me, unfortunately. Some weeks it'll be the two of us. Other weeks you'll get the benefit of spending a bit of time with Callie. And we'll just be talking about topics of the week, questions that have come up, anything that we think is worth blathering on about. We are winging it a little bit, so forgive us for that.
Just a little.
Just a little. And you will probably hear a bit more from me because I never stop talking and Callie's too polite to dig me in the ribs when I won't shut up. But so today we just want to do a bit of a Q&A. The last session we did last Friday, I was talking about the importance of building an audience. So today I want to throw it open and take any questions from you guys about planning, building, launching, growing a membership website. We've already had some great questions come in from our Facebook group, talkmemberships.com. So we'll be answering some of those. But if you're watching the live stream, if you have a question, please do pop it in the comments and let us know, and we'll get to it. If you need to rush off, so if you've only got a few minutes, maybe you're on your phone, maybe you're out doing your Christmas shopping, and your significant other is lost somewhere in the middle of a cool shop and you've only got a few minutes before she comes back. As I said she there, that was a slip. That's naughty. I'm gonna get some problems for that. So if you've only got a few minutes but you've got a burning question you want to ask, please do pop it in there, because the replay of this will be available on our Facebook page, facebook.com/membership guys. So even if you have to disappear before we have a chance to answer your question, we will get to it and you'll be able to jump in there later on. If you're watching the show, let me know. Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, so we can thank you for spending a bit of time with us. And there we go. You can tell that we're just getting started on this. We're like, why are none of you people commenting on our stuff? And it's wow, look at all those comments.
Yeah, they just weren't appearing in my feed, so sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. We do have some fans out there, thankfully. We're going to have a very depressed pair of membership guys. By the way, that's us. I should say who we are. I'm Mike. This is Callie. Mike Morrison, Callie Willows. We are the membership guys.
Anyone would think we haven't done this before.
I know. And yeah. Crazy. All right, we're gonna jump into it. Should we start answering some questions? Do we have some questions in there?
We've got a question from Mike in the chat who just says, what software are we using for the countdown timer?
Great name, by the way. Every Mike I've ever met is equally as awesome. First and foremost, we're using software called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. Free software. This allows us to stream to Facebook from our desktop, and in doing so allows us to do some fancier things, like this. You can tell this was set up for when it's just me. That is not Mike Morrison. So it allows us to do some fancy little things like this. And honestly, I picked most of this stuff up from reading the blog of somebody who we were fortunate to have on our podcast yesterday, and who I believe I saw her face here as a viewer, Luria Petrucci from livestreamingpros.com. These guys are nailing live video, and they put out an awesome daily show over at their Facebook page, facebook.com/livestreamingpros. Check those guys out. They have a whole bunch of tutorials available freely, and they've got courses and stuff like that help you get your live stream game up to that next level. And the countdown timer is actually something they created that they've got freely available for download.
Yeah, Lauria's just shared the link in the chat there.
Awesome. So if you're watching this, check out the comments below this video. There's a link through there to the article that Lauria's partner in crime, David, put together on how to do this. And be sure, check out the membershipguys.com/episode 74. After this, after Memberships Live, after the show, after we're done, where I got a chance to share a bit of time with Luria, and she basically gave us a 411 on how to start and grow a Facebook Live show just like this.
Yeah, lots of people have been loving that episode.
Yeah, it's a very, very popular episode. And it's a little bit annoying, I've got to say, because a little spoiler preview of our end-of-year podcast episode, which I painstakingly pieced together, of the 10 most popular and most downloaded podcast episodes of 2016. And I've already recorded it. I've already done it. And so when the download numbers were just ticking up and up and up yesterday, I was thinking, oh man, I really want this to do well, but I don't want it to do so well that it breaks our top 10, because then I've got to re-record the episode. It's not quite there yet, but yeah, it's an awesome episode. Definitely check that out. All right, that was a great question. Thank you, Mike. Do we have any other questions in the comments, or should we take a one that we've had in our Facebook group?
Yeah, I can't
week?
see any in the comments, but that doesn't necessarily mean there
By
aren't
the
any.
way, just to get a little bit of hate from the majority of UK viewers, yes, I am. I'm in Newcastle, but I'm a Manchester United fan.
Yeah, those of you that don't understand the football rules in the UK, yeah, it's a no-no.
Yeah, it is a no-no to be a Man United fan. All right, so let's get to some questions.
Cool. So the first question we had was from Carl, who was asking about, can you still create a membership site if there's already lots of free content out there about that particular subject? You know, if there's lots of information available for free, where's the benefit in a membership site for people?
Yeah, this was the one Carl asked yesterday in the Facebook group, which, there's already been, we've already kind of responded to that in there, and a few people have weighed in, but we thought this was a great question in general because it's a very valid concern. If
There's so much out there on the internet these days, let alone anywhere else, that you know most people, if they try hard enough, can find the information that they need.
Yeah, but this is the thing, I know Carl and I have met. We had coffee in Somerset, down the southwest of England. I'm up here in the northeast. If I were to go down and meet up with Carl again, down in the southwest or in Wales, I could walk there. There's no barriers to me walking there.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't. I could walk there. It would take me a long, long time. And listen, I'm a big guy. I don't think I'd be a big guy if I walked all the way down to the southwest, because I sweat out half of my blooming body weight because it's a hassle. So the fact that something can be done for free doesn't mean that nobody will pay for the convenience, for the speed, for the comfort, and for the experience of getting there faster and getting there in a more enjoyable way, and in a way that fits out a bit better. So the main thing with a membership, even if first and foremost, chances are I think it's a tendency to think that everything under the sun's already been done, and okay, there's some free content out there, and I'm not sure whether there's any value I can provide. That this free content doesn't. For a start, chances are probably like everything that you could provide in terms of pure content likely isn't already out there for free. Just because certain things that you're creating are covered on blogs and podcasts and articles or other websites doesn't mean everything you could possibly create content-wise is available for free. But like we said, even if it is, there's still immense value that people will pay for in having access to you as an expert on this stuff, to having your particular perspective, your particular take, your methodology of doing these things, to have your support, and just to know that maybe there's somebody they can call on, or a community they can post in, where they can ask questions. Just knowing you have that available. And if you get stuck, you don't have to then hunt down someone to help you out. Again, that's something there's massive value.
And it's the convenience factor as well. I mean, we all like things to be as easy as possible these days. And yet you can find information for free. But if you've got to waste half a day looking for the information that you're actually going to help you do what you want, whereas you can log into a site and have that at your fingertips in 5 minutes, then most people are going to choose convenience any day.
Absolutely. And the context matters. So, yes, I might be able to gather enough information to muddle my way through, whatever task I'm trying to achieve, whatever goal I'm trying to reach. I might be able to bring all this kind of stuff together, but they're all going to be, all the articles I read or guides or whatever that I get for free, they'll have been created by different people. They'll be tinged by, a variety of different opinions and perspectives. They might contradict each other or clash in some way with each other. So again, being able to have this information in the context of your input, your experiences, your opinions, your authority and your credibility, rather than just having this big melting pot of conflicting styles and language and all that sort of stuff. Again, something that has value. So I don't think the fact that there's stuff available out there for free is something that should put you off starting a membership. How many articles do you think there are online about marketing, just general marketing of business? Yeah, but how many books, how many courses, college classes, degrees are still offered around the subject of marketing? If the fact it was available for free negated the value of actually paying for it, then none of that stuff would exist. So, hopefully that gives you a bit of perspective. And the key thing you remember, membership, you're not selling content, you're selling an outcome. You're selling transformation. You're selling a result. So, content in and of itself, yes, it's the stuff that you'll list out on a sales page, but ultimately it's the destination, it's where you're getting people to. I don't, again, if I'm going to come down to the southwest of England and I choose to take a train, then I'm mostly concerned about the end result of being in the southwest of England. I'm not necessarily concerned about how many carriages or seats the vehicle that takes me there has. I want my experience to be great. I wouldn't mind a nice sandwich or a cup of coffee on the way and all that nonsense. But ultimately, it's just the destination that matters. The outcome, the result of that. And that's what you're selling with a membership. You're not selling a giant box of content.
Yeah, and I would also look at it in the fact that if there's a lot of free information out there about it, it means it's something that people are looking for and want.
Yeah. This thing, I'd be more worried if there wasn't any information out there, because that just indicates nobody cares enough about what you're doing to bother writing stuff or to bother reading stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay, so Laurie has asked a great question in the chat, which is the thing she's encountered with membership sites is that the amount of work that goes into maintaining new information. So what's the best way to manage that? Or is there a different take on how to do it where it doesn't require new content every month?
I mean, I can see why this is a big one with Luria, because a lot of what the guys over there, Livestream Pros, will be doing is technical information. And the biggest pain in the backside in terms of course creation and content creation for a membership is the fact that, I think I created a little Facebook ads course in the academy, and like the day after I hit publish, I had to go back and re-record a lesson because Facebook had changed their interface. I think with that you have to have a process kind of in your head in terms of how we're going to handle this, so that you're not responding to every little change in technology or interface. You're only updating courses like when the content is fundamentally out of date. So what you'll typically do, or what we find is useful, is having almost like are they called appendix? It's not an appendix, is it? It's
index?
No, they're not appendixes, are they? Appendices.
Yeah.
I'm an intelligent, educated man. I can't remember what they're called. Are they called like appendices? At the end of the book?
Yeah.
Appendixes. Having some appendixes. No, having like a lesson or two at the end of your courses in which you just keep like a change log or keep an update. So, you might have a course consisting of 10 lessons on how to set up OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. And that, you may not change that, but if there's something like a latest update adds a new button or moves the buttons that are down the right over to the left and hides this option over here, then it's, it might, it can often be better to just record or just like note down the changes that are made and put them in like an extra lesson at the end of the course, and then just refer people to that rather than updating the course overall, if that makes sense. So that'll kind of get you through for a certain amount of changes when these are minor changes to the technology or minor updates you need to make, so that you then shouldn't really have to do any fundamental updates to the content for any more than once or twice a year.
I would also say I've seen like some more tech-based sites where actually they do a monthly what's new kind of live training, and there they address any changes in any software that they've got training on. So it's kind of, they might do a quick screen share to show the differences and things, and that can work well as well, because it kind of shows that you're up to date with everything. You're keeping members in the loop about the new changes, but you're not redoing an entire course every time.
I think the best thing about membership as well is the difference in expectations your members have, like your students have, between a membership and a course. If you buy a course, you're expecting a finished article. If I buy a course, I expect the technical stuff to be the latest version because it's finished. I'm buying a completed product, and there's no ongoing element to it. So there's nothing that for me suggests that it's going to be updated. And so I look at the course and think, hell, that's not right. I bought something that is out of date already. With a membership, people understand that they're always evolving. And if you're adding new content and you're changing stuff and you're tweaking stuff, people are a lot more forgiving, a lot more understanding of the fact that, okay, so, under this lesson in which you show people how to set up the streaming information or how to get your streaming key for Facebook Live, they'll understand that if under that lesson you kind of make a note and say, as of December 2016, you now need to go to this part in Facebook, and then you put a little screenshot, rather than having to re-record the whole video. So it really kind of lessens the pressure on you running a membership and having that ongoing element to always have a finished product and to always have something that is bang up to date. And of course, when you have the community element to that as well, that affords you a lot of opportunity to, like Callie says, you might actually do as part of your ongoing training materials, you might address any technological changes or whatever, and you can do that in your community, in your forum as well.
Yeah, and one of the things we always say in the academy is that you're going to be wanting to ensure that you deliver value every month, but what that value looks like doesn't have to be a new course every month or anything like that. You create your membership site on your own terms, and however that's going to work for you as well as your members. So it doesn't have to be a new course every month. It doesn't need to be new content every week. You can completely control what your membership provides people.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you only want to do if you don't want to do courses at all, don't do courses at all. Just make sure obviously it's reflected on your sales pitch. If you're if you're releasing mini courses and you want to release them monthly, that's great. But if you want to just release them quarterly, again, it's totally fine. As long as what you're promising is being delivered and you're clear about what's being promised, then again, there is no kind of a membership site needs to have this sort of content produced on this sort of basis. So you can incorporate into that, quarterly refreshes. As part of your membership, we do a quarterly refresh of all of our technical courses, or we do a 6 monthly refresh of all of our courses, and you can make that a thing so people know to expect that, and being able to signpost that future value and tell people what they'll miss out on if they leave. So if they know that something's coming up, they know that every 3 months you do a tech refresh, then they'll know if they leave halfway through month 2 or whatever, they're not going to get that, and so obviously that's a retention hook as well. I hope that was useful.
Yeah, I think so. She said in the chat that was a good idea.
Cool. As remembering as well, it's this is where, again, remembering we're not selling content. You're selling the destination, you're selling the output, the outcome. And in terms of courses, I prefer having the fact we've got a heavier amount of like tactical and strategic courses where that doesn't change really. Strategy overall changes a lot slower than the tools do. So making it more about that is going to be better for members anyway, because coming into Carl's question about there's free information out there, people can get courses, tutorials, walkthroughs about technology all over the place. What they can't get is the real solid strategy stuff. Your methodology, your way of doing things. And so emphasizing that, again, that can save you from constantly being on that treadmill of updating your live stuff.
We've had a question from Bernd, and I'm not sure if this is serious or not, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I want to see what your answer is.
Hey Bernd, by the way.
So, is there a topic that is underserved by membership sites but has millions of people with a need for exactly this topic who would pay loads of money if there were a membership site that catered to their information or needs?
Is there a golden goose? Is that the question?
Yeah. Basically, do we think there's an underserved niche when it comes to membership sites?
I don't know about underserved. I think it's an interesting question. Other than getting away from that, is there something I could go out there and just do that no one else is doing? It's the kind of question that, if there was a definite answer on that, we'd probably go out and do it as well, just as as a case study. I think hobby-based stuff is more underserved than business-based stuff. So B2C is more underserved than B2B, for the most part, because it stands to reason that people doing business online will put together memberships or courses about doing business online. I think there is still a wealth of opportunity in hobbies, in the stuff that people are really passionate about. That isn't life-changing, and it's not weight loss, it's not financial or debt management, it's not the sort of stuff that's going to, totally change somebody's world, but it's a hobby that people pay money for equipment and magazines and other stuff like that. Where maybe there are less people like online who are creating content about it and stuff like that. So when you look at Bern, you may well know Joel Millman, who is a member of Upreneur, which is a membership that we're both in. We've met through. We're members of everything, although Upreneur is one of the few that we actually pay attention to. Joel Millman has a phenomenally successful podcast, and it's about knitting. People go crazy for knitting. There's a massive market there, and so I think it's somewhere where you've got pockets of passionate people that it's not necessarily like it's not something a typical online marketer who just wants to pick a niche they can make money in is going to go after that crowd. So while I don't think there is one golden goose market out there, I think certainly hobbies, particularly ones where there's like financial barriers to entry. So music instruction is quite well served these days, but if you're gonna someone who's interested in playing guitar will have had to spend hundreds of dollars to buy the equipment, and so they recognize the value of investing money in the pursuit of their hobby. Somebody who's a hobbyist photographer, again, they're going to spend hundreds on cameras, on lenses, so they recognize recognize the value of making a financial investment in the pursuit of that hobby. These are people where it's going to be an easier sell to have a product that offers online community education and stuff around it. So yeah, I know that doesn't directly answer the question, but that's because there isn't this big gulf out there where there isn't like gold in their hills in any particular niche.
Do you know what I've never seen or can't think of? A really good cooking membership. like I don't mean like health membership, but just cooking. Like Gordon Ramsay's doing a course for masterclass.com now, which is what got me thinking about this, because I keep seeing adverts for it. But I was thinking, cooking's something I would like to get more.
But even with that, I
involved
think
in.
you have to break into the niche. You've got to niche down. I think just a cookery based membership. Who had me on their podcast? Oh, it's Bjork. Bjork and his
the health
partner.
food bloggers, or the food bloggers. Sorry.
There's the food bloggers, and they've got a membership. Was Callie going to look it up now or not? They've got a membership, but I do think that with all this stuff, getting into the niches, so instead of a cookery thing, then maybe you have a paleo diet membership or a paleo cookery membership, or you have a membership for people who want to learn certain cuisines of certain countries, or a gluten-free.
Yeah, I think you've got kind of the paleo and the vegan and the gluten-free, but I haven't seen like a good Italian cookery or Thai cookery kind of membership. But anyway, that was just popped into my head. Okay, so we've got another question from Paul in the chat, who says that he wants to move to WordPress, but he already has a membership in Drupal that allows people to access different combinations of products based on what they've subscribed to. When they log in, they're shown their specific combination on the login page, and his question is there a way to do that with a membership, a WordPress membership plugin or service? And using something like MemberPress, you can use shortcodes to show different content to different people based on what membership levels they have. Different membership plugins do it differently, but MemberPress is quite an easy one with shortcodes. MemberMouse, you can do bundles. Most membership plugins will enable you to show different content to different members based on their membership level. Yeah. The one thing to look out for is that certain membership plugins like Restrict Content Pro, Paid Memberships Pro, don't allow people to have more than one membership level. So that obviously makes things a bit trickier. So you want to look for something like, as I said, MemberPress, which people can have as many different membership levels as they want, as many different products as they want, and you can arrange what they see on their dashboard based on that.
What I would say though, if you've got something set up and it's working, really, really question why you're moving to WordPress. We love WordPress for membership sites. Like, it's the majority of what we talk about, simply because it has fewest barriers to entry without sacrificing control of your business in the way that using a hosted platform, a cloud service does. So we love WordPress for setting up your membership site, but first and foremost, it can be a pain in the backside trying to move recurring subscriptions, payments from one place to another, from one system to another, because they're usually not very portable. And that can cause problems with paying members not getting access to what they're paying for. But also, if you've got your site set up, it's working the way you want it to be working. Maybe it just means you don't get to use some of the shiny things that people like ourselves, who are more WordPress centric, talk about. The headaches that could come from moving a perfectly good functional website from one platform to another, just because more people talk about WordPress, just because more people use it generally. Drupal's solid, WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, they're kind of the three solid, broadly used content management systems. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, and don't be tempted to fix it just because people like us sing the praises of WordPress all the time. Drupal is hard. The reason we'll kind of recommend WordPress over Drupal typically for someone coming into it fresh is Drupal's to be a little tougher to get things in place. So if you've got stuff in place, I'd really, really question how important it is for you to move to WordPress.
Cool.
Hope that helps.
Cool. So I think that's it for the questions as far as I can see.
Awesome. Hey, we're doing good on time, aren't we?
We are.
This is weird. If you guys anyone watching is member over at MemberSite Academy, you will know that it is an achievement for us to be making decent time on this live. We're aiming for no more than around about 40 minutes with this. And so if you've been along to any of our live trainings or masterminds, you will know that we never make time, because I always go on a little bit longer. It's all good stuff, isn't it?
It's all useful stuff. Numbers like it.
It's all useful stuff, but Yeah, it's a miracle if we ever get finished on time. So you guys are privileged. We've got a few other bits of business here. First and
Book
foremost,
giveaway winner.
yes. This month, if you haven't seen it already, check this out on our website, themembershipguys.com/advent hyphen calendar. Gotta get that hyphen. We're doing a month-long advent calendar promo because it's Christmas and all of that nonsense. So we're kind of doing a mix of content, kind of freebies from within membersiteacademy.com, fun stuff, cute stuff, funny stuff, daft stuff, and also some giveaways. And on the first of the month, we kicked off a giveaway of some books. You've got me paranoid about how I say books. Everybody mocks the way I say book with my stupid northern accent. Book. That's how it said. Book. I took a look at a book. So we've been doing a giveaway of the 6 essential books for membership site owners. There's some greats on there like the Membership Economy with Robbie Coleman Baxter, Automatic Customer from John Warrilow, Hooked from Ner Ayal. Can't pronounce names. And some others. So a lot of you have taken part. We have hundreds and hundreds of entrants. We have drawn the winner, and the winner is... That's going to annoy people when that comes through. It was
Amanda Genther.
Yes.
So over in the US. So I'm going to be sending the books over to her next week.
Yes. So thank you to all you guys who took part in the entry. We wish we could give a book to each and every one of you, but how are you, man? We're not made of money.
But to let you in on a little secret, there are a few more giveaways later on in the calendar.
Yeah,
so
we're going to be
keep following along, and you've still got a chance to win.
Yeah, we're going to be giving away some cool stuff. And also on the subjects of books, one of the books that is in the bundle is Mother.
We literally
Member
got
Machine.
these 10 minutes before this started.
Yeah, we've been waiting. These are the proofs. These are the first proofs of Member Machine, which is co-written by Miss Willows and myself. And it's Member Machine, build your membership website in just 30 days. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. It's awesome. We've got activities. We've got worksheets in there as well. It's a 30-day step-by-step guide to getting your membership site in place. And we've got worksheets and everything in there. It's awesome. This is a first proof.
First two.
First two. So we can make sure that I haven't misspelled too many words. And they're going to be available on Amazon sometime within the next, sometime within this month. And of course, our giveaway winner will be getting a copy of this too. But this is a little spoiler. All right, a little spoiler preview for you guys. This is actually going to be tomorrow's Advent Calendar treat. But as a thank you for joining us on the show and for your great feedback and all that sort of stuff, we're going to give you a little tip. If you head to amazon.com, amazon.co.uk, wherever you are, search for Member Machine. The Kindle version of the book is now available. And
it's free.
It's free. For a short time. So that's
just till Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Advent Calendar thing is all set up to be a promo we're doing where the Kindle version of this bad boy right here is available absolutely free on Amazon. But yeah, we're letting you guys know. So head over there, download your free copy, and do us a favour, leave us a nice review. And not a 4-star review, none of that nonsense. We want 5, where's the camera? 5 stars, right? If you're not going to leave 5 stars, don't leave a review.
Yeah, I can't take Mike crying all night again.
No. You know what? This is Callie's first book. This is my second book. I wrote a book about marketing back in 2012, and that had nothing but 5-star reviews until about 10 months ago, and somebody left a 4-star review. If you've got a book that's got 25 5-star reviews, and this review was like, loved it, this is a great book, 4 stars. I just can't take that kind of pain twice in 1 decade. So head over to amazon.com, amazon.co.uk, search for Member Machine, and you should find the free Kindle version that you can download from now till Monday, and the paperback version will be available soon as well. And I think that's us. That's our show. I do hope, we are still testing this out. We're still finding our feet with this. in future shows, I'll probably talk a little bit less and let Callie get a word in edgeways, but, no. I saw you shaking your head. And we'll have more cool little accessories in the back. Can you see? Yeah, those are awesome.
For anybody that saw me talking on Facebook the other day about Mike suddenly announcing he'd ordered a styrofoam head, that's why.
Yeah, can we see it? A styrofoam head with my old Lucha Libre mask from my Mexican wrestling days.
El Mimo.
So yeah, that's us. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thanks for all your lovely positive comments and reactions. We are looking to do this on a regular basis, and it'll be a weekly show, so we do hope that you guys want to see more. If you want to see more of us, let us know in the chat, and we'll be sure to give it to you. And in the meantime, if you've got any comments, any other questions, any follow-ups, check out our Facebook page, membership, facebook.com/membership, guys. Join us in our free Facebook community. We are almost at 3,000 membership site owners in there. It's completely free.
And that's my goal for Christmas, guys, so help me out.
Callie wants to hit 3,000 members in our Facebook group, so that's talkmemberships.com. And of course, we've got the blog and podcast over at themembershipguys.com, and we do all of our best stuff inside membersiteacademy.com. We've got some awesome stuff lined up over the next few months in there as well for our Academy members. That's it from us. Thank you again so much, and we'll see you guys soon.
Guys.